सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुरेव परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्. So, any power needs a casing for it to be useful. You cannot use electricity without the wires and other gadgets. In fact, you can't even see. Supposing there is no earth holding, there is no space to define. You can't even see water, air, or anything. So, the unconditioned principle needs a conditioning for it to be useful, to bring it to utility. Thus, the all-compassionate, loving Lord has given us this body, this mind, this intellect as instruments and casings for us to use them. They are the various layers of our personality which hold us and make transactional life possible. But I have lost my real identity. Stop believing I am the body, I am the mind, I am the intellect. And therefore, they being finite, they being inert matter, are limited as death, as sorrow, as pain. I come to experience them. So the need for us to be liberated from these limitations, from this phenomena of death and sorrow, is to recognize that I am different from the body, mind, or intellect. I am the self, the master of the body, mind, intellect, to serve whom these have been given. Any assemblage of matter is meant to serve others, like the house, like the car. They are all assemblages. They are meant to serve others. So also, this body, this mind, this intellect is an assemblage. They are meant to serve us. They are our servants. We today have become servants of the body, servants of the mind, servants of the intellect. So to know our identity, wake up to the reality, end the dream world hallucination, and experience the God that we are, is the content of spiritual teaching. So naturally, for us to eliminate what I am not and to assert what I am, which is called meditation. To detach from what I am not and to attach to what I am, that's meditation. They have up to now elaborately explained to us what are these cases, 5 cases. What are these 5 cases transformed into 3 bodies? And they have explained their nature. They are inert, they are finite, they are objects, you are the subject, right? They are mortal, you are immortal. They are changing, you don't change. All this, the compassionate Sri Shankara has given us. And having given what I am not, he has started what I am, the Atman. He has started that. After that, today itself will be entering into the most important topic, that what you have known, that what you have known to be yourself, after detaching from what you are not, is the only reality behind the entire world. You are the essence of the entire world. You are that absolute happiness. You are that God you are seeking. You are that immortality. You are that bliss. That in a small formula, that you are all these, is said as Tat Tvam Asi. Tat, that. What is that? Whatever you are seeking as infinite happiness, as immortal, as omniscient, as all powerful, that you are Tattvamasi. That is the topic, slowly is leading to that. And he gives us 10 verses for us to recite every day, which itself becomes meditation. Sri Gurudev has, amongst the thousands of works, thousands of slokas he has taken in about 40-50 books, recommended thrice to memorize. One of them is these 10 verses. And then a few in Kaivalya Upanishad, and then the last 4 of Isavasya Upanishad. These are the things he has asked us to memorize. So let us now go to the text. Aheyam anupadeyam vachamagocharam aprameyam anadi anantam brahma purnamaham mahaha. Wherever there is a choice, there is tension, there is friction. If there is no choice, there is no tension, there is no friction. Even in Mahabharata war, Krishna had a choice to leave the war or to fight the war. Therefore, the conflict. If you have no choice, there is no conflict at all. So all our life is in struggle with what I should get, what I should leave, what I should gain, what I should leave. This is called Heyam Anupadeyam. Heyam to be rejected. Anupadeyam to honor, to possess it. In simple language, nothing to reject, nothing to hug. When do you reject something? When do you hug something? When you have a value for something. When do you have a value for something? When something gives you happiness. In that very value, you have declared you need happiness from outside source. And something that comes from outside source is finite. It can only give you finite happiness. So, you declare you are finite, you seek infinite happiness in the finite. There cannot be anything more ironical than this. Guruji says beautifully, you canvass for Brahman and vote for Maya. What you want is infinite. What you are courting is finite. So when you have found fullness in you, you do not need anything from outside. So therefore, you have no value for the outside world. And hence, nothing to reject, nothing to hug, because I am full and complete. So this wisdom totally takes away all the strain from the mind, wanting to hug something, wanting to reject something. That is what the verse said in 240. And now he is going to the topic of Tattvamasi, that thou art. Tattvam padabhyanam abhidiyamanayoho brahmatmanoho shodhitayoho adi shodhitayoho yaditham srutya tayoho tattvamasi iti samyak ekattvameva pratipadyate muhuhu. Aikyam tayor lakshitayoho na vachyayoho nikadyate anyonya viruddha dharminoho kadyota bhanu bhanvoriva raja bhutyayoho kupamburashayoho paramanu me oho param anumer oho. That is, the difference between God and me is like the glowworm and the sun, Bhanu Kadyota, like the king and the servant, Raja Bhritya, like Kupa Amburashi, like the well or ocean, Param Anu, like, sorry, Param Paramanu Meru, right? Like the Paramanu and Meru, like the atom, and Meru, mountain Meru, Paramanu Meru, right? diagonally opposite, each one of them, these pairs. That being the case, I am a jiva, a miserable one. God is Anandamaya. I am Alpa Shaktiman. He is complete power, Ananta Shakti. I am Anta Shaktivan. Right? And my knowledge is Alpam. Alpagnaha, he is Sarvagnaha. I am Alpa Shaktiman, he is Sarva Shaktiman. Alpagnaha, Sarvagnaha, Alpa Shaktiman, Sarva Shaktiman. How can I be him? That is the question that is answered in the next few verses. Here he says, Tvam padabhyam abhitiya manayohu brahmatmanoho shodhitayohu yadikam srutya. You have to accept it because it is said in Sruti, tayoho tattvamasi iti samyak ekatvamena pratipadyate muhu. Often and often it is being declared in the Srutis that you are that. And then this doubt comes. So he says, how do you solve that doubt? Aikyam tayor lakshitayoho na vakyayoho. You should take the implied meaning of these two, not the word meaning. Word meaning, you are that. But what is implied when they said you are that you have to take. That's called lakshana vakya. Word meaning is vachya. Vachyartha, lakshyartha, implied meaning. Vachyartha, spoken word, word meaning. You should leave the word meaning and take the implied meaning. Why? Because anyonya viruddha dharminoho. These two are viruddha dharminoho, of contradicting attributes. These two have attributes to contradict, mutually contradict. Tayoho virodha ayam upadi kalpito na vastavaha kaschid upadihi yeshaha ishasya maya mahadadi karanam jivasya karyam shrunu panchakosha. The difference is only in their form, in their encasements. Water, ocean, wave. Ocean is not different from water. Wave is not different from water. So essentially, when you say the wave and the ocean are same, you have to understand the implied meaning that their essence, after removing their forms, which are only your mind, vacharambhanam vikaro namadeyam. Vacharambhanam vikaro namadeyam. They are only words. You just remove them and see the essence. The essence of the ocean, the essence of water is the same. Sorry, the essence of the wave is only water. The essence of the ocean, the essence of the wave is only water. Vatareva satyam. Tad anyat sarvam mithya. Anything other than the essence, the substratum, is apparent, encased by a name and a form, which is called upadhi. Because of the conditioning, upadhi is conditioning. They appear to be different. What is the conditioning for Ishvara, the Lord? Maya. What is the conditioning for the Jiva? 5 koshas. But the Lord doesn't come under the sway of Maya because he uses Maya. Whereas you are used by avidya, the microcosm aspect of Maya. You are used by avidya, whereas Bhagavan uses Maya. Therefore, he is Sarvagna, Sarvashaktiman. You are Alpagna, Alpashaktiman. If you can detach from these five koshas and your concept of God, if you can detach from your concept of God, if you can detach from your own concept of the individual, what is common is eternal, blissful, conscious existence. Sat, Chit, Ananda. That is the common fact. Remove the variables. See what is common. This is the principle of Mahavakya Vichakshana, of Tattvamasi. Remove the variables and see that which is common. The variables in Bhagavan is Sarva Shaktiman, Sarvagnaha, omniscient, omnipresent, and all that. Remove those concepts. Remove the concept I am a Jiva, Alpagnaha, Alpashaktiman, and I belong to this body. Remove all of them and discover you are that. Tat Tvam Asi. And cry out in joy. Yes, I am that Brahman. Aham Brahmasmi. When do you say Aham Brahmasmi? What do you mean? I am Atma Brahma. The core of this entire universe is Brahma. What is that Brahma? Prajnanam Brahma. Consciousness, the life principle, the knowledge is Brahma. Any sentence that gives an identity of the individual and God or Brahman is called Mahavakya. Why is it called a Mahavakya? Any Vakya gives a utility. Any sentence gives a utility. If the sentence has no utility value, it is blabbering. It's not sentence. A sentence should have a value. What is that sentence which gives the ultimate value, which is not in the realm of comparison? What is that value? That which makes you feel full, complete, immortal, blissful. That which makes you realize that you are God. This sentence, giving the total utility, is called Mahavakya, the greatest of all sentences. Any sentence that gives the identity between the Jiva and Brahman is called Mahavakya. There are any number of Mahavakyas in the Upanishads, but 4 of them have been selected from 4 Vedas as representative for all these hundreds of Mahavakyas. Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma is a Mahavakya. Shantam Shivam Advaitam is a Mahavakya. But only these 4 have been taken as representative from each of the 4 Vedas. Prajnanam Brahma is from Rigveda, Aitreya Upanishad. I am Atma Brahma is from Mandukya Upanishad, Atharvana Veda. Tattvamasi, Chandogya Upanishad, Sama Veda. Aham Brahmasmi, Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, Yajurveda. So these are the 4 Mahavakyas. In that, the subject matter of our discussion is Tat Tvam Asi, that thou art, from Chandogya Upanishad, Samaveda. एता उपाधि परजीवयोः तयोः सम्यक् निरासे न परो न जीवः राज्यं नरेन्द्रस्य भटस्य खेटकः तयोः अपोहे न भटो न राजा. If you remove the kingdom from the king, the scepter from the official, he is neither a king nor he is an official. Because they hold something, they are considered as a Raja and a servant. So also, you hold something, therefore you are a Jiva. Bhagavan holds something, therefore he is a Ishvara. Renounce the kingdom and the scepter, all both are same. Renounce all your associations. Remove, detach from all the associations of your God concept. Both are same. You are neither para, God, nor jiva, the finite. अथात आदेशो इति श्रुति स्वयं निषेधिति ब्रह्मणि कल्पितं द्वयं श्रुति प्रमाणानुगृहीत बोधा तयोर्निरासः करणीय एव. So therefore you have to negate all that has to be negated. Shruti help you how to negate, what to negate, and that is called neti neti neti, naiti naiti naiti. This is not, this is not, this is not. Mano, buddhi, ahankara, chittani naham. I am not this. Neti, neti, neti. And assert Chidananda Rupa Shivoham, Shivoham, Shivoham. I am this. So this meditation contains two parts. To negate what you are not as neti, 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 and to assert what you are. Nayadam, that is neti neti. Nayadam, next verse. That's neti neti. Kalpitatvat na satyam. Why? That yadam is kalpitam by your mind. Like the form of the wave, form of the ocean is kalpitam. Your own mind's concept. And that, remove it. Nayadam, kalpitatvat na satyam. Rajju drushta vyalavat swapnavacha. How? Like the vyala serpent seen on the Rajju row and swapna. Ittam drushyam sadhu yuktya vyapohya, through the great sentences of the scriptures. Vyapohya, by renouncing neyaha, you should see the oneness. Paschat ekabhavaha tayoryoha, tayor yaha. Detach from all the variables and see the oneness beyond the duality. In fact, it's very simple logic. If there are two, very simple logic. If there are two, there should be something which supports the two. That one should be different from the two. So if there is only one and two has come, where from the two has come? They are only manifestation of this one. They are only manifestation of this one. If the waker one is seeing himself to be multiple characters, is seeing himself to be the multiple characters. The waker is the one who supports the multiplicity. The multiplicity is nothing but the projection of the one waker. So Sa Devadatto Ayamiti Iha Cha Ekata Viruddha Dharma Shamapasya Katyate Yatha Tata Tattvamasi iti Vakye Viruddha Dharmanu Ubhayatra Hitva Sam Lakshuya Chinmatrataya Sadatmanoho Akandabhava Parichiyate Udaihi Evam Mahavakya Shatena Katyate Brahmatmano Aikyam Akandabhavaha. Somebody messaged me, you are bluffing, there are only 4 Mahavakyas. You said hundreds. Now Shankara says here, there are Shetena Mahavakya, hundreds of Mahavakyas. Sri Shankara says, so don't blame me. Kausalya messaged me, you are bluffing, right?
When would I say such a thing, uncle?
See, Kausalya message you are bluffing. Aparna says, why do you say he's bluffing? He is talking. Whenever he talks, that's only the enemy.
We would say that whatever you say is Mahavakya.
Narayana. Sa Devadattaha ayam iti cheka. This is that Devadatta. Sa ayam Devadatta. Sa that. Ayam this. Sa Devadatta. That is this Devadatta. Gupta, Swamiji gives a beautiful example. That Gupta is this Gupta. Swamiji is changed Devadatta to Gupta because we know only Gupta. We do not know Devadatta. How does he explain that? One Mr. Gupta was your classmate, your bosom friend. And today he is senior IAS officer in Delhi. So, you have been talking about that friend with your wife last 10 years after you got married, but you never saw him. And then when both of you go to Delhi, you suddenly meet this Gupta in a 5-star hotel. And then you say, hey Gupta, then you tell your wife, this is that Gupta whom I have been talking about. What is this and that? That Gupta who was a classmate of mine in Chennai, a student, is now the IAS officer in Delhi. So remove student, Chennai, and remove IAS officer, Delhi. What remains is Mr. Gupta. Remove student, remove Chennai, remove IAS officer, remove Delhi. What remains is Gupta. That is the meaning of that is this Gupta. That's how you have to arrive at the Lakshyartha, implied meaning, leaving the Vakyartha, the word meaning. Word meaning is Tattvamasi, you are that. Implied meaning is you are that Brahman, which is the essential substratum of all the names and the forms. Now, the next one. Asthulam iti etad asannirasya siddham sato vyoma vada pratarkyam ato mrusha matramitam pratitam jehihi yasvatmaya gritam brahma ahami iti eva vishuddha buddhya vidhi swam atmanam akhanda bodham. Swam, yourself, atmanam, yourself, akhanda bodham, the indivisible consciousness, knowledge, as Brahma aham iti, as I am that Brahman, vishuddha buddhya, the purified mind intellect, understand that how Jaha, Jahihi, leave off all that which are Mrisha Matram, they are only falsehood, they are not real. And this is what the practice suggested in Upanishad Astulam. Astulam. It's not Stula, not Anuhu. It is not subtle. It is not man. It's not woman. So, like that, all the variables has to be discarded. Ato mrusha matram idam pratitam. Whatever is seen, by the very reason it is seen, is mrusha matram. If it is seen, it is mrusha. It is not true. Because truth is infinite. Infinite cannot be seen. Only something with a form can be seen. Whatever has a form is finite. So if you see something, it's not real. So therefore, pratitam jehi, this seen world, mrisha matram, pratitam jehi, leave that, and atmataya grihitam. Understand what you are in essence, Brahma, aham, iti, vishuddhabadhya, vidhi, swam, atmanam, akhandabodham. You are like the limitless sky. Mrishakaryam sakalam ghatadi satatam nrunmatramevahitam tadvat sajjanitam tadatmakamidam sanmatramevakilam. What is born out of mud has to be mud. The pot, the pan, the tumbler, because they are products of mud, has to be mud. What has come out of Brahman, Satyam, has to be Satyam. You have to be Satyam. Tadvat, similarly, Sajjanitam, that which is born out of Sat, Tadatmakam, essentially that Sat only. Tanmatrameva Akhilam. This entire universe is nothing but that Sanmatram, that eternal existence. Paramat Yasman Nasti Satah Param, beyond which there is nothing. Kimapi Tat Satyam Sa Atma Swayam. Yasmat Nasti Satah Param Kimapi. Tat Satyam Sa Atma Swayam. Tasmat Tvam Asi Prashantam Amalam Brahma Advayam Yat Param. You are that Amalam. No impurities in you. Advayam, non-dual. Param, the supreme most. Prashantam, blissful. That is what you are. Tattvamasi. Nothing beyond you, beyond this reality. Yasmat nasti satah param kimapi tat satyam. Beyond which there is nothing, that alone is real. That is the core Atma. Swayam you are. Right? Nidra kalpita desha kala vishaya gnana gnatradi sarvam yatha mitya tad ihapi jagrati jagrat ajnana karyatvatah yasmad evam idam sharira karana prana aham adi api asat tasmat tattvamasi prashantam amalam brahma advayam yat param. Just like you see all the duality of multiplicity in dream is Mithya. Similarly, in the waking state also, whatever you see as sharira, body, karana, instruments, organs of perception, etc., organs of action, prana, pancha pranas, aham adi, ahamadi, the ego, all are asat. They are not sat. Tasmat, therefore, tattvamasi, you are that reality, prashantam, peaceful, amalam, free from impurity. Brahma, the greatest, the glorious, Advayam, non-dual, Yat Param, that supreme. Yatra bhrantya kalpitam tad viveke tat tanmatram naiva tasmad vibhinnam swapne nastam swapna vishvam vichitram swasmad bhinnam kinnu drustam prabodhe. Little Sanskrit, if you know, you can enjoy them much better. Sanskrit to my level is enough. You don't have to know up to Kaushi's level. Yes, a little is enough. You can enjoy. The words are so beautiful. You cannot translate them. It's like translating twinkle, twinkle, little star into Tamil or English, Tamil or Sanskrit. Twinkle, twinkle, little star is beautiful only in that language. Similarly, this subject in Sanskrit is so beautiful. This particular verse, you see, this is only one sample. Yatra bhrantya kalpitam tad viloke tattan matram naiva tasmad vibhinnam swapne nastam swapna vishvam vichitram tasmad bhinnam kinnu drustam prabodhe. Kinnu drustam prabodhe. When you get up from sleep, your dream world, what is it other than the waker's mind? Is it different from the waker? When you get up from this greater dream of Jiva, what is there other than that eternal blissful truth? Essentially, that alone manifests as different. And now, I told you, 10 verses Gurudev has asked us to memorize, they are given. Gurudev gives us a lovely tip how to internalize. These are meditative verses which have come in the, as Gurudev says, white heat of meditation, intuitive experience of the Maharshis. What is intuition? Gurudev explains in these 254 verses. We are all products of understanding and feeling. Essentially, this is the difference between person to person. Understanding and feeling. When you feel what you understand, when you understand what you feel, you get complete knowledge. This knowledge comes to you when you integrate this understanding head, this feeling heart. When head and heart fuse, there develops a new power called intuition. New power called intuition. Through that only you can know the truth. So, integration of the head and the heart. Merely take the verse, Tattvamasi, intellectually analyze. You can't get the experience. Emotionally, go on saying, Krishna, Krishna, Rama, Rama, I am that, you won't get it. Head and heart have to be integrated. Bhagavatam, Krishna says beautifully, the first lesson, Krishna is Jagat Guru, born as a teacher. But the first lesson was in the jail to these parents. Jail to the parents. That's the first lesson. He started teaching from birth itself. He was still a child, just born 2 minutes back. He started teaching. Brahma Bhaven, Sneha Bhaven. As Brahman, see me. As your son, see me. Brahma Bhavena, Sneha Bhavena, Asat, Asakrut, constantly, Chintayantav, contemplating. Mm. असत् असत् चिन्तयन्तु कृतस्नेहौ यास्येते मद्गति पराम. You will reach my abode, supreme abode. How will you reach? Asakrit chintayanto kritasneho, constantly thinking about me and emoting. Thinking and emotion should go together. If only thinking, supposing you were cooking usually for 4 people, 10 guests come, right? Intellectually, you can't know how much salt to put it. Probably you may use a balance, but do the ladies use a balance if 10 people come? They don't use the balance because they are balanced, right? What do? Intuition. There is no scale, it's intuition. They know by intuition for 10 people this much salt to put. If they are unwanted guests, put little more. Right? So that's called intuition, where head and the heart integrate. Understanding what you feel, feeling what you understand. This should be the approach to these 10 verses, both head and heart. Jati niti kula gotra duragam nama rupa guna dosha varchitam desha kala vishayati vatti yad brahma tattvamasi bhavayatmani. Bhavaya, meditate, atmani, in yourself. As what? Brahma tattvamasi, that Brahman I am, which is far away from jati, niti, kula, gotra, duragam, from caste, creed, family, lineage, etc., etc. Why? These are the things which you are proud of or have a complex, and therefore you suffer. Sometimes proud, sometimes have an inferiority complex, and you suffer because jati, niti, kula, gotra, you are different from all that. Jati, niti, kula, gotra, duragam. Nama, rupa, guna, dosha, varjitam. Nama, he is beautiful, I am ugly. Rupa. Nama, his name is. So somebody said, what's your name? He said, Jagat Rakshaka is my name. What's your name? He asked. He said, I am not getting the exact Sanskrit word. Jagat Rakshakaha, he said, I am a leader, Bhakshakaha. How do you construct the word? I am your Bhakshakaha. Okay, so that's what he said. You are Jagat Rakshakaha, I eat you. That's all ego, you know. Ego. You are great, I am greater. You are great, I am greater. This, the whole theme of Bhagavata, to put people in the proper perspective. Indra had a vanity, Govardhana episode. Brahma had a vanity, the stealing of cow and calf. Gopis had a vanity, we are dear to Krishna, he vanished. Bali had a vanity, I can give anything. Manu had a vanity, the Dravida Raja has a vanity, I can protect all. throughout Bhagavata, these are the messages where Bhagavan corrects. So we have all these these complexes, sometimes superiority, sometimes inferiority. You are not all that. What gives you joy alone gives you sorrow. Detach from all that. Desha, Kala, Vishayati, Vattiyat. Desha. I am an American, I am an Indian. Kala, I belong to this age, modern age. Right? Vishayati, Vat, your possessions. All these detach and find what's left over is the subject. Everything else is an object. Objects change. Subject doesn't change. Objects are multiple. Subject is one. Bhranti kalpita jagat kalashrayam swashrayam cha sadasad vilakshanam nishkalam nirupamana vadhiyati brahma tattvamasi bhavayatmani. This jagat, that which changes continuously. This jagat is Bhranti kalpitam, is something which has cropped up in delusion. But Bhagavan, Swasrayam, he doesn't depend on anything like the Jagat. He is Swasrayam, he is his own support. Sat Asat Vilakshanam, he is different from manifest, unmanifest. Cause, effect. Nishkalam, no parts. Nirupamana Vadhiyat, he has no comparison. You cannot give a Upamana. Brahma Tattvamasi Bhavayatmani. You understand? You are that Brahma. Janma Vruddhi Parinatya Apachaya Vyadi Nashana Vihinam Avyayam Vishwa Srushti Avivagata Karanam Vishwa Srushti Ava Vigata Karanam Srushti Ava Vigata Karanam Brahma Tattvamasi Bhavayatmani. He has no defects of birth, death, disease, decay, right? Asti jayate, existence, jayate, born, vardhate, grows, parinamate, changes, apakshiyate, starts decaying, vinashyati, is lost. He has none of these defects in himself. Janma, Buddhi, Parinatya, Apakshaya, Vyadhi, Nashana, Vihinam, free from all disease. Vishwa, Srushti, Ava, Srushti, creation, Ava, protection, Vighata Karanam, destruction. Brahma Tattvamasi Bhavayatmani, you are that. Who is the creator, maintainer, sustainer, and dissolver of your dream? You alone are. This entire world is your larger dream. You are the creator, you protect, and you dissolve. Asta Veda Manapasta Lakshanam Nistaranga Jalarasi Nischanam Nitya Muktam Avgatta Murtiya Brahma Tattvamasi Bhavayatmani. Asta Veda, Veda distinctions. Asta Veda, where all distinctions have ended. Asta Vedam, Anapasta Lakshanam, who has no non-existence at any time. Nistaranga Jalarasi Nischalam, like the ocean, completely calm without the waves. Nitya Mukta, Avibhakta Murti, ever liberated, free, undivided. That formless form, Brahma Tattvamasi Bhavayatmani. You understand yourself to be that. Amurtiya. Ekame Vasadaneka Karanam, Karanantara Nirasa Karanam, Karya Karana Vilakshanam Swayam, Brahma Tattvamasi Bhavayatmani. Ekame Vasadi, that truth is alone one. But cause of Aneka Karanam is the cause of all the multiplicity. Karanantara Nirasa Karanam. He has no cause for himself. He is the uncaused cause. Uncaused cause. That's what we call Swayambhu. Swayambhu. Karya Karyana Vilakshanam Swayam. He is different from cause and effect. Brahma Tattvamasi Bhavaya Atmani. Nirvikalpam Nirvikalpakam Analpam Aksharam Yatcharakshara Vilakshanam Param Nityam Avyaya Sukham Niranjanam Brahma Tattvamasi Bhavayatmani. Free from differences, divisions. Nirvikalpakam. Analpam, infinite. Aksharam, imperishable. Yaksharakshara Vilakshanam, who is different from the Kshara Purusha, Akshara Purusha, Purushottama. Nityam Avyaya Sukham Niranjanam. He is complete, undecaying, undiminishing happiness, free from vasanas, ignorance, Niranjanam. Brahma Tattvamasi Bhavayatmani. Yad Vibhadi Sadenaikada Brahma Nama Rupa Gunamikriyatmana Hemavat Swaya Makriyam Sada Brahma Tattvamasi Bhavayatmani. Earring, chain and bangle are essentially gold alone. The name and the form or imagination are created by the mind. Gold is the reality. So too all other names and forms that appear differently, they're all you, the truth. And that Brahman you are. Tat Tvam Asi Bhavaya Atmani. Meditate that to be the truth in our own self. Yachakasya anaparam paratparam pratyagekara samatma lakshanam satya chit sukham anantam avgyayam brahma tattvamasi bhavayatmani. Beyond that, there is nothing. Paratparam, para, supreme, ultimate Maya, Paratparam, beyond the Maya, Pratyagekara Samatma Lakshanam, the one essential, non-dual, substratum, material cause of all the manifest world. The subject, Satya Chit Sukham Anantam Avyam, Ananta Sukham, Ananta Satyam, Avyayam, Brahma Tattvamasi Bhavaya Atmani. You are that infinite, immortal, blissful truth. Meditate in your own self. The uktamartham imam atmani swayam bhavaye pratita yukti vidyaha samshayadi rahitam karambhuvat tena tattva negamo bhavishyati. One who meditates on this, supported by the Shruti Vakyas, etc., he becomes free from all doubt and experiences this self as one clearly sees the water on his palm. Swabodha matram parishuddha tattvam vijnaya samkhe nrupavacha saimye tadastrayaha swapmani sarvada stito vilapaya brahmani vishwajatam. Sanghe, in the assemblage of this matter, this body, mind, intellect, cause-effect bundle, Sanghe, Swabodha Matram, understand yourself to be that knowledge, Parisuddha Tattvam, pure, absolute self, knowledge, Vijnaya, having known it, like the king is distinctly seen in the army, even though the army are thousands and lakhs, the king is clearly seen in the army. So also, you are in the Sangha, assemblage of matter, clearly, distinctly be known. Tadasrayaha, you should take shelter with that. Swatmani, in your own self. Sarvada sthitaha, vilapya brahmani, vishwajatam. This manifest, jatam, created, vishwam, the world of multiplicity, multiplicity. Vilapya, having negated, sarvada, all the time, stitaha, get established, swatmani, in your own self. Right? That ashrayam is a beautiful word. Today only I read somewhere Gurudev is explaining. We have read this verse in the beginning. Durlabham trayame vaitat. Mahapur Manushyatvam, Mumukshutvam, Mahapurusha Samsriyam. Manushyatvam, human birth. Mumukshutvam, burning desire for liberation. Mahapurusha Samsriyam. That new way I have read is Samsrayam by Gurudev. The protective care of a Mahatma. To get the protective care of a Mahatma. If you get that, there's nothing you know it more. How will you get it? Submit yourself to him. Whole life is dedicated to him. Nothing beyond him. Family, yes, to serve him. Business, yes, to serve him. Everything to serve him. When he becomes my obsession, he shall take you under his protective care. After that, you have nothing to even think and worry. Sarvadharman parityajya mam ekam sharanam vraja aham tva sarva papebhyah mokshayishyami ma sujaha. Aham mamet yo bhavo deha chada deha acha adau anatmani adhyasoyam nirastavyaha vidusha swa atmanistaya. This I, mind, deha, aksha, body, sense organs, etc. Anatmani adhyasoyam. These things superimposed on you, nirastavyaha, should be negated, vidusha, by the wise people, atmaninistaya. How you can negate? By trying to get established in this self. Mind cannot be without getting attached to something or other. So this negation can only take place when you tune, get attached, get established in the awareness of that self. Gnatva svam pratyagatmanam buddhi tad vritti sakshinam sohamityeva tad vritya anatmani atmamatihi. Anatmani, in this false identity of the BMI. Atma mati, I am that, Jehi, cast off. Gnatva, how? Having understood. Pratyagatmanam, the essential subject in all. Buddhihi tad vritti sakshanam. How do I know? I am the subject, I am the witness, everything is my object. That which, after removing all that can be removed, what remains is this self. Therefore, the methodology is to see what witnesses all. Whatever is witnessed is objects. Remove all of them and feel the Pratyagatma that you are. Loka vasanaya jantoho shastra vasanaya. Sorry, in between there is one. Yeah. Lokanuvartanam tyaktva dehanuvartanam shastranuvartanam tyaktva swadhyayasa apanayam kuru. How do you negate all these false encrustations? Leave the deha vasana. I am this body. Loka vasana, depending upon people, power, and all the experience. Loka means experienced world. Loka vasana. Shastra vasana, depending upon gaining more and more information from Shastras. Shastra is only for you to know what you are. What does Dakshinamurti teach? Chin Mudra. What is Chin Mudra? This is Chin Mudra. You know, the ego. that which points out with everybody, the ego, this points out everybody. The pointing finger, substratum, the thumb, both are same. When I have detached from the three, BMI, detached from BMI, I, the ego, is the substratum. And what does it need? So many shastras, so many books. Mula Prakriti. Where does Mula Prakriti stay? Brahman or Atman? What is Virata? What is Hiranyagarbha? What is Ishvara? Go on trying to dissect and lost in words. Catch this. Simple. I am not the body, mind, intellect. I am that self. You don't need anything more. And to go on hunting after theoretical knowledge is called Shastra Vasana. That's also an impediment. Deha Vasana, Loka Vasana, Shastra Vasana. It's not extensive knowledge. It's intensive understanding. Therefore, I'm warning you, because you may all feel suddenly I'm going to leave this after 4 classes, 5 classes, maybe 390 or 4. You may all be wondering, are you suddenly left? No, because all of them are repetitions. You can understand by your reading. I do not want to go on repeating them. After 390, 400, it's all the subject matter what we have read. So you read them by yourself. I may take another 4 classes, come to 390, 400, and then stopping. So you don't have Shastra Vasana, right? I stop there. And you try to see, even in music, this Pancharatna Kritis, the last one, Varali, Kanakana Ruchira, is supposed to be learned by oneself, not a teacher. Nobody teaches that. Like that, the last few verses are all repetitions. You have to learn. I will be stopping this class after 4 classes and then taking after Deepavali, Kathopanishad. Loka vasanaya jantoho shastra vasanaya pi deha vasanaya jnanam yata vat naiva jayate. If you have this loka vasana, deha vasana, shastra vasana, you will not get this knowledge of the self as it is. Samsara kara graha moksha michu ayomayam pada nibandha srunkhalam vadanti tadnaha padu vasanatrayam yo asmad vimuktaha samupaiti muktim. If you want liberation from this shrunkhalas, chains that have chained you, bound you to this world of objects, emotions, that are OET, you have to leave these 3 vasanas. When you gain that knowledge, these shrunkhalas are left already. When Krishna was born, the knowledge in Vasudeva Devaki, the shrunkhalas have by themselves left them. When Krishna, the knowledge, was born in them, all the chains have dropped off. So also, when we get this knowledge, the world is not capable of arresting you. Jaladi. Okay, we'll take next class. We'll take next class. Okay. That will be on Monday, 12. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Sri Guru Pyo Namaha. Hari Om. Thank you all. God bless you.
Hari Om, Uncle. Thank you.
Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om.
Thank you.
Hari Om,
Thank you.
Hari Om, everybody.
Hari Om, sir.
Hari Om, everybody. Thank you.